Hello and welcome to this live broadcast on YouTube. And thank you for watching me live. If you caught the replay, thank you. My shock, as you've probably gathered by now, is that I'm in the brand new OneStream Live studio, which is quite swish. Swish means it's very posh. And during the course of this broadcast, I'm going to have to navigate my way around. So forgive me if from time to time there's a hesitation. But we are looking today, if I go here and go here, right, okay. We're talking about creating a buzz on LinkedIn. Now, LinkedIn is one of my favorite platforms, and I'm about to give you a guide, and the guide is here. So let's add this to the stream. And this is what we're going to be talking about today. The best LinkedIn content strategy in 2024. We're going to have an introduction and then answering the perennial question, why network on LinkedIn? What's important about your LinkedIn profile? How to build a network, posts and articles. And then we're going to go on to, obviously, this is OneStream live and recorded video. So we're going to talk about scheduling recorded video, live video, interacting with people on LinkedIn, which is one of the most important things you have to do. Creating a newsletter, which is a LinkedIn feature that not many people are using, and then calls to action. In other words, you're going to put a lot of information on there, but people need to know about it and need to know what to do next. So the call to action is what to do next. Okay, because you post text, you post a video, and what do people do after they've done that? Because the thing we miss is basically we post something and then sit back and nothing happens. Or nothing happens because you haven't asked people to do anything. So I'm going to bring this back on screen. Now, LinkedIn, if I go here, LinkedIn have over 1 billion users. And as we all know, LinkedIn are owned by and backed by Microsoft. It is a business network. And that means the whole idea is for business people to get together and then get together on your own profile, get together in groups, get together in live video. It is a meeting place. It's a virtual meeting place where you can talk about business rather than being purely social on Facebook or YouTube or Twitter or Twitch. You can talk business. People expect you to talk business. They want you to talk business. They want to know about your business. They want you to learn about their business. It is marketing at its finest. And with the inclusion of recorded video and live video, it is a great place to actually put your message out using OneStream Live. So I'm fingers crossed, toes crossed that we're actually live now. And I'm going to walk through the rest of the presentation. As I say, I'm in the new OneStream Live studio. So do forgive if I take a wrong turn. And I'm going to go there. Okay, so introduction. Now, biggest question, I suppose, is why network on LinkedIn? Yeah, I mean, we've got Facebook, although Facebook went down for a couple of hours yesterday, but that's purely social. That's all about people getting to know each other, people helping and support each other. It's not per se a selling network. LinkedIn, however, is a marketing network where business professionals get together to help each other. That's the first thing you've got to be able to do on LinkedIn, is to help other people, and to actually sell and to buy. Yeah, you can basically, there are so many different trades and professions on LinkedIn that you can put together your own team of people who support you with graphics, people who support you with diaries, people who support you with everything. You can build a support team on LinkedIn. And all you need to do is to reach out to people. And I was speaking to my friend Joe this morning, and he told me that they're currently looking on LinkedIn for people to work with. And it's just got the most amazing search engine. You'd expect so, being Microsoft. you can actually find people, you can search, and you can find people who are of interest to you and who you might be of interest to. So search engine is very good, but it is primarily the place to business network. So you can tell your story. I mean, we're all about telling stories, and telling your story on LinkedIn has never been easier. Now, the place we start out at is your profile. So you network on LinkedIn for business, and you start with your profile. Now, your profile on LinkedIn is more important than your profile on Facebook or Twitter. Basically, people look at profiles. Yeah. People research you on LinkedIn. If I'm looking for somebody in a particular business niche, I will go and search on LinkedIn. And that means your profile has got to be good or better than good. There are companies which actually help write your profile. And if you're in a position to do so, then do take advantage of it. Because people reading your profile want to know who you are and how you can help them. Who you are and how you can help them. And you want to list your skills in there, but you also want to point out how you can help people. So when people are actually looking at your profile, they can tell just by reading one page whether you are useful to them. And that the whole idea is to be clear in your purpose. And basically, you have to decide why you want to be on LinkedIn. If you're looking for employment, LinkedIn has the most amazing job service. If you are a sole proprietor, then LinkedIn is one of the best places to actually market your services. Live video is one of the best ways of doing it too. We'll come to that. So your profile. Now your profile, you need an image on your profile. And I have to say that it should be a recent image. Yeah. People expect when they see you on video, they expect to see you as you are in your profile, not as you were 15 years ago. Your profile picture should be up to date and reflect who you are now. Very important. Now, a lot of people on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn presence is everything. On LinkedIn, people often have photographs professionally taken. So rather than taking a selfie, you actually get people who are business professionals to actually take your photograph. Now, again, on LinkedIn, you can search for people who will do profile images and you can find hits. And basically, when you look at their profiles, what are you doing? You're looking to find out what they do, where they're based, what services they offer, and how they can help you. You're also looking at the reviews that they've had, because LinkedIn is a great place to have your reviews on. It's all part of your profile. And you're also going to be looking at their most recent work. Now, in my case, it's looking at video. It's looking at recorded video and live video. And it tells the story. It tells my story. Anybody reading my profile will get an instant idea of what I do and what I look like. In fact, let's go over. If I bring this back for a moment, just to remind ourselves, I'm just looking, I'm in my studio and I'm trying to actually, this is the one. Okay, and if I go here, okay, so we're creating a buzz on LinkedIn. What I'm doing at the moment is I'm looking for my LinkedIn profile. So I'm going to give you basically a view of my profile. And I've got to be totally honest here. My profile is due for an update, has to be said. My good friend Ross decided that he is going to make LinkedIn the focus of his activities this year. In other words, he is actually going to, Ross Brand is actually going to use LinkedIn as his main networking site. So in other words, he's networking for business. Now, if you don't know Ross, Ross is the author of, if I bring this on screen, and I'm going to go down in my catalog and find what I'm looking for. hopefully. Again, I'm in the brand new OneStream Live Studio, and I'm finding my way around, and I'm finding my way around live, and I don't see the image I'm looking for. Okay, so Ross is using LinkedIn as his main network, and this is basically, I'm going to share with you now, and I'm going to share screen and share screen. Okay, I'm doing updates as I go along, and in a second I can pick the tab, and coming back to the studio is working solidly. And if I go down here, there, right, so that is my profile on LinkedIn. And as you can see at the top, it's got VPN for live streaming, which is one of the topics I spoke about on the previous OneStream YouTube Live. And then I have the honor of working with some of the most innovative and exciting companies in live broadcasting. I'm a streaming partner with OneStream Live, which is why I'm here today. I am a streaming partner with OneStream Live. And then as you scroll down, it's basically saying that my posts have had 390 impressions in the last 7 days, 66 profile views, and 34 search appearances. So in other words, my profile is active. Okay. A lot of people put a profile on LinkedIn and think that's it. No, it's not. That's the beginning. But your profile should be solid. In other words, it should tell your story. Then you've got the featured items and the number of followers I've got. And then you've got the video that's going to be playing later, which is over on YouTube at the moment. And so I'm posting the broadcast I've done now. It's been posted on LinkedIn. If you're watching on LinkedIn, or YouTube via LinkedIn, then please do say hello. This is a new experience for me because, as I say, I'm in the new studio. Things are working very well. I am totally impressed by it. It means that I've got a Udemy course all about OneStream Live. I need to update that over the weekend. So by Monday, there'll be a full set of instructions on how to operate the new studio. So that's on my list of things to do. So your profile tells your story, and you've got plenty of room to actually expand on what you do. Okay, now do complete that. Okay, so make sure that your photo is current, and that's a couple of months old. So you make sure your photo is current. You make sure that your short description of what you do is filled in, and you make sure that you have a complete about section, okay? And that tells you all about me and how I can help. Now, this is all about making yourself known to other people. People will search, and when they search, they will find your profile, they'll come and read it. If they find something of interest, they will contact you. You'll get request contacts, request for contact from people. And that's part of it. Okay, if your shop window, which is what your profile is attractive to people, current photo, good short description, what can I do for you? Yeah, fill that in. One of the masters of this is my good friend Fraser Hay, and I've taken a lot of help from Fraser over the years, and I'm grateful to Mr. Fraser Hay. If you want to check him out, his name is Fraser, Fraser, and Hay, and he's been on LinkedIn since LinkedIn began, as I've been on LinkedIn since LinkedIn began as well. So the whole idea is to get an audience, and the way you get an audience is by connecting with people, and the way people connect with you is if you have a profile which is interesting, educational, informative, and interesting. You've got to make it interesting to people. Okay, so your profile needs doing before anything else. Okay, and if I bring this on stream, and replace and put it full screen. Okay, so we've done the introduction. We've basically discussed why networking on LinkedIn is important, because it's all about business. And if you have a business, whether you're a solopreneur or part of a small company or part of a large company, LinkedIn is the place to go and talk about business. LinkedIn profile is important. Remember, up-to-date photograph, introduction, a summary, introduction, and then your full profile text. So that when people see and read those two pieces of text, they know more about you. If you want to put a video onto your profile, then do. The more information that you can give people about what you do, the more likely to interact with you they are. Now, your LinkedIn profile, you should try to update your LinkedIn profile at least every month, once a month, and make sure it's up to date, make sure the photograph's up to date, change the background so when people come for the second and third time, they're seeing something different every month rather than the same old, same old. Keep everything up to date. It will pay. And back to our agenda again. Okay, now, building a network. We're going to get to the nitty gritty in a moment, but you've got your profile, and then what happens next? Now, if you're new to LinkedIn, then you've got to start from scratch. You can import contacts. Okay, LinkedIn is great for importing contacts. It tells you the format you need and you can bring them in. But making connections is a personal thing, in my mind. Okay, I never use a scattergun approach. I don't go and click 20 people in a day. Yeah, no, that's not the way to do it. Networking is a personal thing. And if you basically using the search box, you can find people who you want to network with. Okay, using search terms, you could use search term marketing, and you'd find marketing people. Use the search term logistics, you'd find logistics people. Use the search term portrait, and you'll find people who take pictures for your profile. So you can find people through the search engine on LinkedIn. And then when you do find them, basically the next step is to write a short letter. It is the best way is to be personal. Introduce yourself, tell them what you found interesting about their profile. And when you look at their profile, do dig down so you can actually talk about things that they do currently. Yeah, everything that they do should be on their profile. And basically, you can make a new contact by being proactive, reaching out to them and actually saying, you know what, I like your profile, and this is why I like it, and this is why I think we should connect. It's not rocket science, but it is personal. Business is personal, as Penny Power, one of my mentors, says. Business is personal. It's about building personal relationships on LinkedIn. Even though you're all about business, it is about being personal. And you've got to basically reach out to people and get them to become one of your contacts. And then don't forget them. I know I'll be honest here. The time I hear from a lot of my contacts is on my birthday. And that is brilliant. But I think I've not spoken to them for 12 months. Yeah. What you want to do is in networking, you want to be proactive and you want to reach out to so many people every month. And if you can speak to 5 to 10 people in your network every month, you're building relationships. You're staying in people's minds. Now, I've got 2,500 contacts on LinkedIn, and I'm in contact with, I would say, being generous, probably about 30 or 40 of them. So, untapped resource in your contacts network. Do try and keep in touch with people every day. Just write something. Yeah, we're going to come back to that in a minute, but write something to somebody. Now, I'm full of advice, and I'm I'm going to take advice. I'll put my hand up and say, I'm not doing that yet, but I'm going to do. In fact, basically, because of Ross Brand going to LinkedIn, and because of the friends I have on LinkedIn, including Fraser Hay and Penny Parr and Thomas Parr, I'm actually going to give a push on LinkedIn. So over the coming months, watch out. If you're in my contact list, you may well hear from me. So networking is an important part of it. You can't just put up an advert and expect people to come and buy from you. This is personal. And basically what you want to do is help people. And this is one of the keys to networking, especially on LinkedIn, is helping people. Yeah. We all have different areas of expertise, and you with your expertise can help. Well, we've just said earlier that there's 1 billion users on LinkedIn. You can help people all around the globe by sharing your expertise. Now, you can share your expertise if we come here, and you can share your expertise in several ways. Right. Okay. So you've got your profile, you're building a network because you're searching for new people every day, adding them to your network. The next thing you want to do is to produce content. And as far as the content is concerned, if I just come here for a moment, I'm going to hide the shared page. So let me just X that. Okay, so we're going to come side by side here, or here, or here. Okay, I'm going to get little gremlins during the course of this broadcast. I wonder if I can go here. Yes, I can. Okay. Right. One of the simplest ways to actually create content on LinkedIn is to write a post. Now, when you start, you should write a post about yourself and what you can offer people. This is essentially a copy of your profile text, your about section on your LinkedIn profile, and just post it. Get started. You've crafted the most amazing about section, which tells people what you do. Post it as a post. Now, the next thing you want to do is to become known for your area of expertise. And I'm just trying to do something right. Okay. You want to become known. Okay. Oh, that worked. Okay. So all good. You want to become known for your area of expertise. And the only way that people will find out about your area of expertise is by you actually doing something. Basically, what you want to do is you want to post either a simple text post or a simple text post with an image or an article. Now, I've crafted articles about live video, and it's a direct post. Now, the important thing here, if you can help it, do not share things onto LinkedIn. Make sure that your LinkedIn content is original. That every post, it's impossible, I know, but you should try that every post that you put on, every article you write is an original specifically for LinkedIn. If you think about it, networking on Facebook and LinkedIn are two separate entities, two separate ways of networking. On Facebook, you're being totally social and you gain interest in what people are doing, not just at work, but outside work. On LinkedIn, the focus is on what you do. Yeah. And it takes, you want to write in business mode rather than saying, hello, folks, how are you today? You want to write, this is basically one of my strengths is to talk about live broadcasting, and today's topic is, and then you can talk about the topic and do it in writing. Now, a personal thing here. People are on LinkedIn to get to know you. Yeah. If you're going to post articles on LinkedIn, they should be your articles. Don't use, this is just me, but don't use AI to write an article because basically, within our article, anybody could go to, say, ChatGPT, type in the prompt that you did, and come up with the same article. Yeah. And what you don't want is to have other people copying you, or you being copied by other people. Yeah. So what you want to do is make sure that your articles that you post are originals, written by you for your audience. Now, when you first start out, well, like everything, you need to practice. You could actually practice on your own website, writing blogs. And Sarah Arrow, another of my good friends, with Kevin Arrow on LinkedIn, they will help you with the blogging. They have a 30-day blogging challenge, which gets you into a role with writing and writing coherently. Yeah. So do be yourself. Everybody else is taken. It's pointless using AI because people don't get to know you. And I've got to tell you that if people read a host of text, which is perfect, they're going to think, did he or she actually write that? No, we're getting closer to the time where it's difficult to tell the difference, but I'm sure today we can. And we can tell. There are basically utilities that can actually check a blog post and say whether it's real or machine generated. So if you're going to network on LinkedIn, make sure that it's you talking. Okay. Right, so that's posts and articles. They're a great way of reaching out to people, of writing about what you do, of getting people involved. As far as posts are concerned, you could use polls, you can use graphics, and you can tell your stories. Now you've got thousands of stories to tell. Yeah, you have thousands of stories to tell. Yeah, believe you me, if you start basically brainstorming, you can think of a host of topics to talk about because you approach it from the fact that people have never heard from you before, and people have never heard about the topic that you're talking about in the way that you're writing about it. Yeah, your viewpoint is unique, hence no AI. Okay, right now, in terms of building a network, posts are a great way to do it. Articles as well. Article is a long form post, and basically keep it to a few thousand words, and people will read it. I'll come back to that in a minute. Now, one of the things that I like, I'm just trying to get these working. One of the things that I like, and I'm going to go here. Okay, yeah, one of the things that I like about OneStream Live, and if you don't know this, I'm actually in the new OneStream Live studio today. And I found the studio a quarter of an hour before I came live. So if I look like a duck paddling through water, I am, but I'm quite taken with what this system can do, and the new version as well. So kudos to the team at OnStream Live for actually producing this. I've only got one bit of this that is currently not working, which it says more features, more control, and stay tuned for an enhanced version of live sales. I did set something up on live sales earlier. Basically, two pieces of information I wanted to share with you, because when I do these broadcasts on the OneStream Live channel, I spend a couple of days actually researching, so I know what I'm talking about. Now, as far as LinkedIn's concerned, I've been on LinkedIn since the early 2000s, so I can speak from personal experience. And I post on LinkedIn every single day. How often should you post on LinkedIn? That's a good one, isn't it? Basically, as often as you want. It is possible to post every single weekday. Remember, it's a business website, so most people are around Monday through to Friday, and you can post anytime and you can attract attention. Now, in terms of attracting attention, let's go back to here and bring this on screen again. Going back to posts and articles, do include hashtags in your posts and articles. The search engine on LinkedIn is first class, and basically people will find you through the LinkedIn search engine. So every article you do, every post you create, do use. I'm just trying to get this working. Do use keywords, hashtags. Right now, posting in text and writing articles are a great way to get started on LinkedIn. The way to reach an audience on LinkedIn is through recorded video. Now, with OneStream Live, you can schedule a recording to play on LinkedIn at any time of day or night. Okay, and it will play as if it was live. Now, there are two ways that I use the system. The first one is recorded video. When this broadcast here, when the broadcast here is finished, yeah, at 2 p.m. Eastern today, this video will go out as a replay. And it will go out as a replay on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and of course, LinkedIn. So this video will be shown as live on LinkedIn later today. So scheduling recorded video works. If you're going to schedule a video on LinkedIn, a recorded video, make sure that you're actually physically on LinkedIn at the time. It's so easy to set a video to schedule and then forget. Don't forget it. Be live in the chat on LinkedIn and take advantage of the fact of people liking the post as you're live and comment. Okay, if I'm watching this video, if I'm watching live tonight, as I will, then I'll comment and bring people in. Yeah, because a live video with comments attracts a bigger audience. It's a simple fact because the algorithm sees that more and more people are watching, and it is an algorithm thing. Everything that we do behind the scenes is tracked, and the number of people who watch a video increases. The more people watch a video, the more people are invited to watch a video. The more people who comment on a video, the more people are invited to comment. You are your own, basically, promoter, and you should promote the heck. If you schedule a recorded video on LinkedIn, promote it. Promote it on Twitter. Promote it on Facebook. Promote it everywhere. And say, I'm going to be live at 2 p.m. Eastern today. Come and join me. Bring your audience into LinkedIn. And when you find somebody who watches you and comments who you're not following, make contact. This is another way of building contacts. Now, there are two types, well, at least two types of video on LinkedIn. Okay, now, what you could do, I'm not suggesting you do, but if you record a video and it's on YouTube, yeah, then basically what you can do is you can just share the link on LinkedIn, end of. That will get you some views. To get more views, that's just called a shared video. And you could share video from anywhere to LinkedIn. There's no restrictions on that at all. But it will not get you too many views. It will get you more views than a post, but not as many views as if you upload the video to LinkedIn. And it then becomes a LinkedIn native video. And that means that you get a wider audience. LinkedIn love you posting content, love you uploading and scheduling video. Yeah. So with my scheduled video tonight, basically that's content. I'm actually feeding live content into LinkedIn, and that's the best thing you can do. Really is in terms of actually becoming noticed and sharing your expertise and becoming known, liked, and trusted. So instead of sharing a video from another platform into LinkedIn, get the content directly on LinkedIn, either by uploading or, as I just said earlier, playing a pre-recorded video on OneStream Live. Yeah? Right, now to my favorite occupation. The next item is live video. Nothing performs better than live video on LinkedIn Live. It's the top performer. It can be a factor of 5 better than writing a post or an article, and better than recorded video. Live video basically is the best way to reach an audience, the best way to get engaged with people, real people in real time. Because I mean, I do it from OneStream Live as I'm doing now. I can reach out to everybody who's watching. And if I go here, let's just check this. Okay, and if I go, I'm doing a test. And you should, if you're watching on YouTube right now, be able to see. I'm going to connect the chat and I'm going to say hello. Right, and you can get a discussion going. So I know now that I've just posted on YouTube, and likewise, if I was broadcasting live to LinkedIn, which I'm going to be doing more about that in a moment, then you can interact with your audience. In the studio, I can see all the messages that come in, all the comments that are made, and I can show them on screen. Yeah. So I can show the comments on screen and I can hide them again. So when you're actually broadcasting live to LinkedIn Live, using OneStream Live, of course, then you can interact with people. And it's so simple and so straightforward to do. Everything I'm talking about now is not rocket science. Okay. I teach people how to go live. I teach people about the OneStream Live system. I'll be releasing a new lesson next week about the new OneStream Live Studio. Yeah. And interaction is key. On LinkedIn, the interaction is good. Whilst I'm live on LinkedIn, people will comment. Okay, people who know me will comment. And this comes back to what I said earlier. If you schedule a broadcast on LinkedIn, a live broadcast, and you go live at a set time, you can promote it beforehand. When you go live, people who have been chatting to you recently will get notified. Yeah. And they will come and watch you live. And the whole key here to actually building an audience is a step-by-step approach. So you connect to people, you message people. We said earlier that what you need to do is be in contact with several people at a time. Be proactive. Don't wait to be contacted. Yeah. And if you get a friend request, accept it. If you get a message, reply. Now, I need to do this more often myself. I'm not saying perfect, but you can basically on LinkedIn build a highly interactive network so that when you go live, people can watch you live and they will comment. But the thing here is, and I know this to be true, if I go to the screen I was sharing a moment ago, I was trying to find it. I've got a screen share here and I'm going to put it on screen, hopefully. Okay, here's my screen share from earlier. And basically, I know if I go to my profile, yeah, it's going to refresh now. And it's taken a little while. It might take a while because I'm actually live right now. And that's always a problem. Just let me close a window. So I'm going to close that window because we don't need that. I'm going to close that window because we don't need that. And I'm going to come back into the studio. And it is still, as it finished refreshing, it has. Basically, if I go down, you can see the content that I've posted and I can show all posts. So one of the things is to be active on LinkedIn. Yeah. I'm live on the OneStream Live YouTube channel now. I was live directly on LinkedIn with my Amazon Live broadcast on Monday. And I told people about it earlier. And there's me in Australia. I'm just back from 2 weeks in Australia. But this is a point. I said, I'm going to here. I said earlier that LinkedIn is a business network. It primarily is. You're there to meet business people, to talk about business, talk about opportunities, to share experiences, help support each other. But it's also there for people to find out more about you. And that's why I did this post, okay, which was basically from Koala Sanctuary in Australia. So I mix my business side with my personal side. And there's a post by Anand, CEO of OneStream Live, and he was announcing the new studio. And I'm in the new studio today, and it rocks. First impressions always count. This studio rocks. So if you're watching at OneStream Live, I'm more than happy with the studio. So I share other people's content. Yeah. Post directly, which I've done there, and then right. Okay, I'm going to skip a little bit because I want to skip and come back. Just let me put this here. Okay, so let's go here. We've done schedule recorded video, increases your reach, increases the number of people. Going live is quite simply the best way to build a network. Bar none. There is no better way than going live on LinkedIn directly, and possibly just going live exclusively on LinkedIn. Interacting. Basically, interacting. You post, you do posts, you do your articles, you do recorded video, you do live video. And there is a saying which is build it and they will come. Yeah. And I've never totally understood that, because just the act of starting a profile and posting things will not bring people knocking on your door. It doesn't happen that way. You have to be proactive. You have to go out and you have to comment on other people's posts, engage on other people's posts, get to know other people, and then they'll come and look at you. The other thing is, if I comment, just a minute, if I go back to screen share again, and I'm just trying quickly, okay. If I comment a moment ago, I showed you this post. If I comment on Aneen's post, which I did, yeah, and I'm going 33 impressions, and there were comments on there. I'm sure there were. Okay. If I comment on Aneen's post, not only does Aneen notice it, but people who are reading notice it as well. And what you're actually doing, Bobbing for Britain is tomorrow, 10 a.m. In the UK, and John and Peter will be there, and we'll be talking about the UK, quite possibly about the budget today. So Blubbing for Britain, and basically that was my previous OneStream live broadcast. Should you use a VPN for live streaming? I answered that question. Okay, now this has been, if I stop sharing now and come back to me, okay, and we're back to me. Okay, LinkedIn is an amazing place to actually conduct business. And I'm just going to remove that and add to stream. LinkedIn is an amazing place to actually do business with people, to meet people, to get to know people, for people to get to know you. We've said get your profile right. Yeah. When people visit your profile, you want an up-to-date picture. Yeah. This is important. You want an up-to-date picture. And I'm just trying to do something here. I'm failing miserably. So I'm going to come back and I'll leave it like this. I think, yeah. You want an up-to-date picture, image. Get it taken professionally if you can, because this is all about presentation. Presentation is key. A snap of you on holiday is not a profile photo. Yeah, try and get either get a friend to do it or get somebody who you found on LinkedIn to do your profile photo. Write your short paragraph introduction and then write the about. Do it personally. Do not use AI to write on LinkedIn. The only person who's going to suffer is you, because people see AI text and they run away. When it comes to posting on LinkedIn, text is where you start. And the first piece of text should be about you. And then it should be an article about what you know. Now, there's no end to the articles you can actually write on LinkedIn, and you can share them everywhere. When you write a piece of content on LinkedIn, let the world know about it everywhere. So that's posts and articles. Then video. Now, we said about recorded video. There is a temptation to just go to YouTube, get the link and paste in LinkedIn. Don't do that. If you can, upload the video to LinkedIn. It will get more views. LinkedIn appreciates the uploaded video more than it does just sharing. Okay, because what you want is your content on LinkedIn to be unique if you can, and to have a viewpoint, a business viewpoint, rather than a social viewpoint. So shared video helps, but uploading a video is better. Now, video length. There is a limitation on the length of video you can upload, and it is, depending on where you are, 10 or 15 minutes. And there's two benefits to this. One, you're not uploading an hour-long video. And the second thing is, we've all got a shorter span of attention these days. So a short, snappy video is better. Now, talking of short, snappy videos, in your OneStream Live Studio, you can record. Yeah. And if I was promoting this show today, I could quite simply basically put my best backdrop on. Okay, I could put my best backdrop on. I've been using a green screen all this time. Put my best backdrop on and basically shoot a short video, 30 seconds to a minute, that you can upload to LinkedIn, and you'll get eyes, people watching. People will watch 30-second, 60-second video on LinkedIn. The max you can upload is 10 or 15 minutes, depending where you're coming from. Now, a live video is virtually any length, well, practically any length. You can go live for an hour, 2 hours. Live is totally different. Live is where you want to get people involved. Live is where you want to take comments in. Live is where you want to see comments on screen. Live is where it's at. And if I just go to chat for, oh, right, that's okay. Distracting myself then. So, LinkedIn, the place for business networking, the premier place for business networking, over 1 billion users. If you are personal, if you share, if you support, if you help people, LinkedIn is the place to get known and to actually make sales. That happens naturally because of networking, knowing, liking, and trusting. Okay, you've been watching Stephen live from Wiltshire in England on YouTube. I'd like to say thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.